ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is, as you can see in the title of the video, my scientific predictions on the Champions League. I will explain my method as we go through the video here, so do stick along. By the way, don't take it too seriously. So I already did this off screen because I'm an idiot. So yes, PSV is going through to Arsenal, and here is my reason why. My favorite player in the Eredivisie is Noah Lang, and he plays for the PSV. Noah Lang, he is a shithouse. He is a proper shithouse. Arsenal are currently lacking a lot of players due to injury. So that shithousery from Noah Lang will get them past Arsenal, I believe. Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid. Let's be honest, I only did this because I don't want Real Madrid winning it again. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Real Madrid will win, if I'm being honest, but fuck Real Madrid. So, PSG against Liverpool. That's actually the most difficult one, so I'll come back to that later, because I want to do these quickly, because I think all of these are pretty obvious, and then we'll come back to this one. Club Brugge to Aston Villa. Now, Club Brugge has already beaten Aston Villa, of course, at Jan Breidel, and Brugge was playing a bit worse. Now, the problem is, Brugge is about to enter the playoffs, and if you don't know how the Belgian League works, it's pretty much a playoff system that was created intrinsically so that clubs in Europe could still perform, drop points in the regular season in the league, and then it would be fine because in the playoffs they could still win the title, right? So the playoffs are starting right around this fixture. If Club Brugge does advance in this fixture, right after that the playoffs start. So if Brugge wants to win the league title, there is a chance that they start throwing away here. If that happens, it will be in the quarter-final, not in the round of 16. As for Villa, Villa is only 6 points away from top 4. They're not winning the Champions League, let's be honest. They're not winning the Carabao Cup because they're not in that anymore. The FA Cup, they have competition from Newcastle, they have competition from Man City, from Nottingham Forest, so gambling on the FA Cup for a Europa League spot is a bit risky. So if I'm Villa, I would personally focus on the Premier League. I don't think they're gonna reach quarterfinals, or if they do, they won't get past it. And my reason is they're simply too focused elsewhere, and they're not very good this season. Like, they're not bad, don't misinterpret me here, but they're not consistent. I suppose that's the word. They're not consistent. They're not bad, they're not good, they're inconsistent. Then Benfica against Barcelona. I mean, Barcelona is such a weird side under Hansi Flick, isn't it? Under Hansi Flick, Barcelona have been having their good moments and their bad moments, but if you ask me, that comes down to the style of football. They play explosive, hyperactive football, which works with young players, by the way, but it gets tiring. It does. It gets tiring for the players. And once the players get tired, they stop running a few games and they lose those games, or they struggle in those games at the very least. So that's why Hansi Flick's football is the way it is. Now, if you have a bench, by the way, a full B team that can play every 5th game, and then your first team will play all the other games, you can keep fit for the entire season. Barcelona do not have that, so that is the reason why Barcelona get fatigued at certain moments in the season. If they can play a bit more conservatively for the final stretch of the season, because here's the thing, you're supposed to kick off at the final stretch of the season, but they're just starting them out. If they can play conservatively for a little while here, and still get results, and then get to that final part of the season, go back to explosive football, I think they're probably the best team in Europe. And that really depends on what Hansi Flick does here with Barcelona, but they can't keep playing their style of football under Hansi Flick all season long. They can't. This is like the only fixture that doesn't have any team that is playing well right now. Like Bayern München and Leverkusen are both playing well. Feyenoord is poor in the league, but stayed an upset. Internazionale is playing well in La Liga. Both Lille and Dortmund are playing poorly in their own league, and they've both had easy routes to the round of 16. I'll go with Lille, sure. Bayern München against Leverkusen. well, I mean, Internationale will certainly win from Feyenoord. Here is the thing, right? Bayern München is top of Bundesliga, but if you compare league football to European football, it's so different, right? I think Bayer Leverkusen is better made for Europe. Bayer Leverkusen just looks like a cup team, whereas Bayern München looks like a team, first of all, with a manager who lacks the experience for Europe. Now, I hear people will say, oh, Xabi Alonso only has had the job for a little while. Yeah, but here's the difference. Xabi Alonso is a genius manager. Vincent Kompany isn't. He may be good, he's not a genius. So, the rules don't apply for Xabi Alonso, right? Vincent Kompany, the rules apply to him and he doesn't have the experience required for Europe. Which is why it works in Europe than outside of, than in Germany. But, like, they've really struggled in Europe, by the way, if you go through their fixtures. They can win, I will not be surprised if they do. But I think Leverkusen, Champions League is pretty much all they have left, Champions League and German Cup. So they'll throw everything at the, like, knockout games. So I think Bayern München will lose this tie. Now I do have to come back here to this one. And this is difficult, you know. This is difficult because Liverpool are the clear favourites, I think. But PSG has played some really good football. They've struggled earlier in Europe. They had a comeback against Man City. That's not exactly unique to them. But they've played good football. And I think Liverpool will win. But here is the thing. Liverpool are arrogant. If you look at how they played against Plymouth, sure, play your B team, play your kids. But they did not even have anyone on the bench who could come off and save them in case something went wrong. That is arrogance. And I feel like Liverpool right now, they are good, absolutely. But they're looking down on others. And if you do that, you can be beaten by someone who is much worse than you. So if Liverpool aren't careful, I think PSG will knock them out. Liverpool should win this. Liverpool should win this, so it's a toss-up for me. We will see what will happen. We will see what will happen. I think Liverpool will probably win, but PSG, don't be surprised if they advance, like just saying. I'll go with Liverpool. It's tough. You know why I'll go with Liverpool? Because this is a rivalry. We'll talk about that later. PSV against Atletico Madrid. I mean, guys, I have explained this before. Noah Lang. Noah Lang. So, you've got to pay the Noah Lang tax, you know. So, Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, he loves shithousing things. But Noah Lang is a shithouse. He is a proper shithouse. He's arrogant. He's annoying. Nobody likes him. Noah Lang for the win, bro. Big up to Noah. Big up to Noah. We all love him. So, if you don't know the rivalry, Club Brugge played against Liverpool in 1975, I believe. 1975 UEFA Cup final, which Club Brugge lost by 1 goal. Because they had their best player injured for the final. 3 years later, they played in the European Cup final. And Club Brugge lost 1-0. Because they had their best player missing due to injury. So, third time is the charm, they say. Club Brugge, historic rivalry, will advance. Now, I know you might say, that's not how football works, but this is science, and if you've never heard of the phrase, third time is a charm, that is scientific. That is scientific. Don't question me. Don't question me. By the way, Dutch rivalry here. Club Brugge is like Flemish, but it's Dutch enough. Dutch enough. All the Dutch people are gonna like me now for saying that. Barcelona again. I mean, yeah, Barcelona will win this. If Barcelona don't win this, I'll laugh at them. Leverkusen against Inter. Now, Leverkusen did beat Inter in the group stage league phase, whatever it's called. I think Inter will win over 2 legs though, because Inter is just so solid. They started the season off a bit poorly as well, but now they're kicking into gear, right? So I think Internationale is kicking into gear now at the right time. They'll probably beat Leverkusen. Maybe in Germany they'll struggle. Maybe they'll barely hold on to a draw or they lose. But at San Siro, they will be dominant, I think. And even if Xabi Alonso is a genius manager, as I was hyping him up earlier, he does lack experience. So when you pit him against someone inexperienced, that's fine, but Simone Inzaghi has played the final before. Internazionale is currently on track for the treble. If they win the cup, they're currently first in Serie A. Then all they need is the Champions League. So they could have a treble here. I just realized that either the PSV or Club Brugge will be in the final against Barcelona or Internazionale. Let's talk about this. This side of the bracket is so fucking dumb, isn't it? I promise you, no bias is going on over here. No bias whatsoever. We'll talk about this side of the bracket first. Barcelona against Internazionale. You know, that's an interesting matchup because it's like yin and yang, right? It's defensive football at its best against attacking football at its best. Again, if Barcelona can click into full gear at the end of the season here, after playing some conservative football for the midway point, they'll be the best team in the world, I think. The question is, can Hansi Flick do that? And can Internazionale upset Barcelona? It's difficult to say because Barcelona has been inconsistent this season. All La Liga teams have been. Atletico Madrid have had their moments, Real Madrid as well, but Barcelona is not really very consistent. Internazionale had a poor start to the season, sure, but they've been consistent since then. So I'll go with consistency. I'll go with consistency over potential. And you may disagree with me there. I think either of these are perfectly logical. I think it's just 50-50. So I just go with Internazionale because I prefer defensive football as well. I like defensive football a bit more than explosive, expansive football. As a coach, maybe not to watch, but like as a coach. PSV against Club Brugge. Now I did tell you guys about Noah Lang, and that Noah Lang tax is heavy. However, consider that Noah Lang has a quote where he said, "While being a PSV player, I miss being at Club Brugge." So, you know, it's that simple, guys. It's that simple. Noah Lang will be Agent 47, right? He will be ghosting all game. Club Brugge will go to the final on Azzurri's goal. Now, if you're asking me, what weed have I smoked for the Club Brugge to beat Aston Villa, Liverpool? Well, Aston Villa and PSV. To be fair, Aston Villa and PSV are beatable for the Brugge. If this is actually the semi-final, don't ask me what I've smoked, just ask me what happened here. And here. This is also possible. I'm just saying, you know what, yeah? This is actually not that far off reality. All you need is 2 big upsets. And we've seen upsets before in Champions League. I mean, this is not going to happen. It's probably going to be something like this. Or Real Madrid is going to be here. But it is possible, you know. This is possible. Yeah, Club Brugge will go to the final. Noah Lang tax. This time working against PSV. They still have to pay the VAT to Bruges, so like... It's a complicated matter. It's a complicated matter. VAT is paid to the government, I know, it's a joke. Club Brugge or Internazionale. So both teams are playing in black and blue. But let me ask you, what is the better logo? What is the better logo? This is the scientific method. Oh my days, can I speak? This is the scientific method, guys. Is this logo better? Or is this logo better? I mean, this logo is just dull, isn't it? This is dull. This was a banging logo. But that's not their logo anymore. Now it's this. So if we go off of the better logo, Club Brugge should win. How many people have predicted this? I'm not signing up, bro. How many people have predicted this exact fixture? See how to score the points. Oh wait, you can score the points. I didn't even know about that. Okay. Yeah, I wondered how many people have got this exact route open here. I wonder how many people, but yeah. Third time is a charm. Third European final for the Bruges, so they will win. That's the law. Also, it's their second Champions League final, European Cup final. So, the team tends to win it on their second time of going. Completely scientific. Don't question me. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Don't take it too seriously if your butt hurt. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.